This shouldn't take long. Don't ever say I don't take one for the team, dude. Now, when I heard about this movie, I was freaking excited. The concept is great. Puppets in an R-rated movie. It's gotta be good, right? I mean, come on. Brian Henson is the one doing this. This is Jim Henson's son. So that adds credibility to the project. On top of that, you put in Melissa McCarthy, who's great with comedy, and you put her in a role that she's very good at playing herself. She plays herself in every freaking movie, dude. And let's not forget, if you're gonna make a movie that messes with people's childhood, she already has experience in doing that, right? So the movie starts and it is solid. The first 30 minutes of this movie were great. There's a joke 10 minutes in where I'm like, I cannot believe they crossed that line. And it was fantastic. And I was really buying into this whole puppet world. Melissa McCarthy also had great chemistry with her puppet partner. Better chemistry than she had with 3 real people. She was slightly slurring in a scene when the partner comes out of the diner and they run into each other. The slur was so subtle, it was not acting. I'm pretty sure she was drinking on set. I'm not judging. I had the drink just to do this review. Then we get another great scene. And you've seen this scene in the trailer, but there's a lot more to it, and it's fun. Maya Rudolph's face in this scene, fantastic. In fact, they should have used her more in this movie. Now, this is the 45-minute mark, and at this point, the shock value of the whole gimmick, it's kind of gone. Jokes start to feel forced, flat, outdated. I'm talking like 90s outdated. This movie came out like 25 years too late. And don't worry, if you didn't laugh the first or second or third time you heard a certain joke, you're gonna hear it again 5 more times as they beat it over your freaking head. Again and again and again. Man, that second half was rough, dude. Now, I know I wasn't supposed to do this, but I was so shocked by the second half, I actually took out my phone in the theater and started to record some footage because I want you to know the experience I had. I heard the post-credit scenes were amazing in this, by the way. I did not stay. I left the second that freaking movie ended. Now, I love dirty humor. In fact, raunchy comedies are the type of comedies that actually make me laugh out loud. They're obscene, they're dirty, they're offensive, but they're also very clever the way they're delivered. When done wrong, it's just toilet humor. And there is a difference. Now, as far as gimmicks go, a good movie to compare it to is something like Ted. It's a stuffed animal that also talks dirty. Close enough, right? Whether you like the movie or not, you can agree. If you liked Ted in the beginning, you liked him in the end. The gimmick lasted the film. Happytime Murders had more characters, yet 30 minutes into it, that novelty was done. Had the shelf life of freaking organic produce, dude. So what's the difference? Ted had subtle build-up to the point of crossing the line. Something as simple as a photo op where there's a little bit of a boob grab, it's really funny. Happytime Murders, within a few minutes, they were crossing the biggest line possible. And where do you go from there? Ted wasn't just Ted. The whole cast was funny. Mila Kunis, what's his name that plays Flash Gordon, and obviously Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is amazing in comedy. Happytime Murders, even though you had people like Melissa McCarthy and Maya Rudolph and a great cast, all the jokes were just the puppets. With Ted, jokes were also part of the story, so it flowed and it felt more organic. When Ted's dressing up for an interview and he's wearing that little suit and Mark Wahlberg says, "You look great," Ted says something along the lines of, "I look like something you'd give your kid when grandma dies." That was funny. Happytime had a great story, but it kept getting interrupted with a little puppet joke. Oh, puppet said shit. Oh, puppet said ass. Oh, puppet said this. And that gets old really quick. Need to get a little more creative. I've heard some people say online that this movie is only getting bad reviews because critics don't like these kind of movies, but yeah, try again. By the way, those 3 movies as examples, much raunchier than this movie. I'm not saying take the kids to this, you're messed up as a parent if you do, but it's not raunchier than those 3. This movie had a lot going for it. The actors were involved, the story was interesting, and the puppeteering was fantastic. The puppeteers in this, man, they deserve a freaking Oscar. Well, maybe not that, but I mean, they did good. Yeah, that's the only time someone's ever gonna say Oscar for this movie. I'm sorry about that, I screwed up. Those golden comedic moments in this movie were just front-loaded way too quickly. Believe me, those great moments, they definitely came too quick. Now, the puppeteering is the only reason I'm not gonna give this a worse rating, but I'm gonna give this 1.5 stars, man. They really screwed up. This movie had a lot going for it, but the execution was horrible. This is okay to watch at home. Unless you've smoked entirely too much shit and you're just to the point where you have 2 brain cells and you laugh at everything, then dude, go at it. See it once, see it twice, get twice the laughs. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. I sure didn't. And please like and subscribe.